how you can hear us and see from 1 to 10. If it is okay, write 10. If it is not okay, write 1. Okay, thank you. So, welcome to Professional Development Series for English Teachers. And before we start, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Elena Feoktistova and I'm from Kazakhstan. I've been teaching English and training future English teachers and translators for over 20 years. And last year, I've been a Fulbright visiting scholar at the University of Oregon, where I met Linda. And we came up with this exciting project. So Linda, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name's Linda Wesley, and I have over 30 years of experience in language teaching because I'm older. And 30 years of experience in language teaching. I've done that at the K through 12 level, junior college, adult education, the university level. So I've worked at all different levels with all different ages. And currently I do teacher training around the world and professional development online courses. So I'm just happy to have this opportunity to collaborate with Yelena.
Thank you so much, Linda. So before we go on with our introduction of professional development series, I would like to speak about some rules. So most of you, I see that you are muted. So if you have some noise at the background, it is better to mute yourself. But if you want to ask some question or make a comment, please unmute yourself or raise a hand and we will give you this opportunity. So what is professional development series? Oops. It's an opportunity for you to take your teaching to the next level. And we came up with 5 modules and we sent this information to you, to your email. Mm-hmm. So, and one module is for weeks. And today we start module 1. So, why should you sign up for our professional development series?
Well, first you'll learn how to go to the next level with your teaching. That's the broad goal that we're looking for here.
Yeah, and you will learn how to use technology and teach online. So I think a lot of teachers now think of that and dream of that they will be sitting somewhere on the beach with a laptop and teaching others. And there are a lot of teachers already who do that, and I hope that you have this dream in mind too. And today is Christmas, so all dreams come true. Those dreams you make on Christmas. So this is our next goal.
Another goal we have is to help you learn how to create presence in your courses. You know, how to be fully present, whether that be in your regular classroom, your one-on-one private classes, or your online teaching.
Yeah, and also you will learn how to teach with effective ESL and EFL methods, and Linda is an expert on that.
Another thing we want to work on is how to give instructions to our students. So many times I've been frustrated when my students don't do what I asked. And then when I stop and I analyze what my instructions or what my directions were, I can see why they got confused. So we want to work on giving clear directions.
Yeah, and also teach English without the use of L1. I think this is a problem of the former Soviet Union and other CIS countries, and maybe not only CIS, that yes, we are recording this session and we will send you the link to the recording. Mm-hmm. So, and when we teach English using Kazakh, Russian, or any other language, sometimes I think that we are not teaching English or we are teaching our own native language. So it is very important to start with very low beginners, use only English in class.
Right. The next one is Yelena is the expert in developing financial literacy. I think we would all like to learn a little bit more about how to increase our income as teachers.
Yeah, I'm going to share with you some life hacks that I started using several years ago, and they're working very well. So I think that our universe is full of resources, and we all deserve these resources. And I will show you how to attract those resources in your life.
Great. Another thing we'll work on is improving your own language proficiency. For those of us who are not native speakers, I know my second language is Spanish. I'm always looking for ways to improve my Spanish. So we want to help you as a teacher develop your own, improve your own proficiency, because every time you improve your own proficiency, you'll be helping your students as well.
Yeah, and I agree with Linda, because even as a non-native speaker, I always think, oh, is this real English? Is this native-like English? Or is this Ruglish or Kazakish? I don't know how to say that. And also keeping deadlines and managing your time is very important, because nowadays we have so much information coming, and so it is very important to set priorities and focus, because your energy goes where your focus is.
Oh, that's a great quote. It's absolutely true. And along those lines, we'll work on motivating your students and yourself. Sometimes when I think my students aren't very motivated, I wonder if they see that my motivation level isn't as high as it could be.
Motivation lies is where your values are, and this is what we're going to work at too. And one more thing, so adapt materials to different levels, because it is very important to teach beginners using relevant materials and to teach upper intermediate and other levels. So there is a comment in the chat: almost all baby boomers are multilingual, beginning with all foreign languages being taught. Yeah, so our country is moving to trilingualism, and I meet some students who are really proficient in all three languages, but our goal is to help you how to help other teachers become trilingual. Okay, so I think some participants joining. So don't forget to mute yourself so that our recording quality is good, and you can share it with your colleagues, or maybe you would like to watch it again to see some more details. So, and you will, during those professional development series for English teachers, you will also get access to WhatsApp chat with your colleagues and trainers, where you will get some feedback, support, and also you will be able to discuss some issues, matters, problems, difficulties that arise in your classroom.
We'll also share weekly readings with you. These readings are a combination of a little bit of theory, but a whole lot of practical information.
Yeah, I'm sure we have access to a lot of readings, but Linda and I managed to choose those who will really have some practical impact on your classes. And we will be happy to share some online tools we are using in our on-site and online teaching.
And as a result of sharing those online tools, we'll give you an opportunity to do some interactive assignments using those online tools. And if you'd like, we'll give you feedback on those.
Yeah, and every week we will have live Zoom sessions like we are having now. So this week we will have two, because today we have an introductory live Zoom session, and we will do one more during the week when we know all the participants who signed up for this series.
There will also be some short videos and activities for your students. We want to introduce you to some videos and to some other English teachers on the web, because they all have something unique to share. And these are activities and videos and websites that you can use yourself and maybe share with your students.
Yeah, we while preparing this professional development series, Linda and I were interacting a lot, and every day we find something new and we share it a lot with each other because they are very useful. And even being once at one conference at TESOL in Chicago, we found out that we've learned different things, and we were
Yes.
also happy to share it with each other, and we will be happy to share it with you. Okay, and the last life hack that I will be happy to show with you, how to work less and earn more. I think this is the goal of every person who is working on his professional development and not just working from 9 to 6.
That's
So,
right.
yeah, this is what I will be happy to share with you. And we will start sharing today. So, and every module, so we have 5 modules, and every module consists of 4 weeks, and each week will include 7 tasks. A reading.
Mm-hmm. And then within the Google Classroom, we'll have a discussion about that reading.
And then an online tool.
And an activity to apply the online tool. We want to talk about it and introduce it, and then we want to give you that opportunity to practice.
So each week will contain financial and marketing life hack that will take you to the next level of your income, and also will help you to market your product and to market your online and offline services.
And we will also, like we mentioned before, open a WhatsApp chat so that you can continue to share things on a professional level with each other.
Okay, and we will share some websites to help you improve your own English.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, if you choose to on some of these activities, you'll have the opportunity to submit them and get some individual feedback from both of us.
Yeah, and there is a bonus every week. So we will keep it a secret now, and a live Zoom session. So
Yep.
I see some comments in the chat. So at the chair from where we will be moderating one of the first ever TESOL.
Oh, wow.
Generations engaged. WhatsApp is not working well here. So if WhatsApp is not working and you would like to join our series, we can reconsider that and maybe create some chat in Telegram or any other chat. Actually, Telegram has even more functions. So let us know if you will join the series, and we will try to solve this technical issue. Okay, so let's go to task 1.
Okay, task 1, like we mentioned, is the reading. For the first week, I've chosen an article called Creating a Visually Rich Classroom. Again, like I mentioned, it has a little bit of theory, but I really like to focus on how much practical information we can get from these articles. And so, why have an article? Well, one of the first reasons is that we all want to improve on our academic reading skills. It's great to be able to continue to read at a high level in our chosen profession. Thank you, Yelena. She's posted the article up there right now. And then that gives us a common article to discuss. Again, we'll be having that conversation inside the Google Classroom. I think I'm going over into task 2 a little bit. That's okay. But for example, this article brings to mind how important it is to have a visually rich classroom, a room with lots of posters and lots of pictures and words that are combined together, ideas for word walls, having props. Now, some people may immediately say, I teach at the university, I can't put anything on the walls. Or I do one-on-one tutoring classes, I don't have walls. How do I do that? Well, one of the great things that comes out of the discussions based on these readings is ways to work around that. I know the first year that I was a language teacher, I didn't have a classroom. And that was a surprise to me on the very first day of my teaching. And so actually there was another teacher in the school, and he used a grocery cart. So he got me a grocery cart as well, and I had a traveling classroom just like I was walking around a grocery store. Later, when I was moving from school to school, I had a rolling suitcase. And so, again, even if you don't have the opportunity to have the classic visually rich classroom, in this discussion, we can come up with some ideas to work around that.
Yeah, thank you so much, Linda. So we will be posting the readings and other activities in Google Classroom. This is the platform that we will be using for professional development series, and signing up for this series for module 1, you will get access to week 1 and other weeks too. So you will find posted reading and then questions for discussion, and this is also the platform where most of the interaction will happen. So, and I think we've covered task 1 and task
2.
Yeah, so I think we can go to task 3. So again, we have a comment. So the text disappeared quickly.
We'll share the text for those who are take the course, who sign up for the course. Then we'll be able to share that full text then.
Yeah, and so the text disappeared because I'm showing the slides, but you will have access if you sign up for the series. So this is task 1 and task 3. So as for using Google Docs, please write in the chat, plus if you use Google Docs and minus if you don't. Anna,
one yes,
good
one
evening.
no.
Yeah, Anna, of course you use Google Docs, and I've learned a lot from you too. So we have Anna who was, so my 1, 2,
It's like about half and half.
I've learned a lot from you too, so 3. So 1, 2, 3, okay, it's difficult to calculate. So, oh, Любовь you are using, okay. Oh, this is nice. So a lot of people who use Google Docs. So Linda, why do we use Google Docs? And why not use some Microsoft or PowerPoint or Excel?
Personally, I don't think I can live as a teacher without Google anymore.
We're addicted to it.
Yes, Google Docs is just one of the elements of Google Drive, as many of you are familiar with. I work remotely from where I live in the United States to the university that I work for, and so it's so easy to collaborate with colleagues because we can share a document online. We don't have to email it back and forth and decide which one is the latest version. I can collaborate with international partners. I'm working on projects in 2 or 3 different countries right now. And so being able to go on there and again, not email back and forth. I have private students. And so this is a great way for me to share the lesson notes after our private lessons. I have so many reasons. I think I'm drifting a little bit into Google Drive, but I use it as a way to store my resources. Since I work in different countries, in different places, different computers, this has been one of the greatest things is I can work from any computer and access my Google Drive, get those Google Docs, and not have to look for my flash drive anymore. And of course, the most important thing right now is it gives Yelena and me an opportunity to work together seamlessly and effectively.
So, and again, in Google Classroom, I posted some video for you how to start using Google Docs. Here is the video, and while I was making this video, I found several videos in, how do I make it play? I found several videos from other teachers. Professional development series. So from other teachers, and they share how they use Google Docs. But in this professional development series, we will be showing you how we use these Google Docs for our work with our colleagues, with our students, online students, on-site students, and so on. And I hope it will be very useful and will save a lot of time and energy. And yeah, Linda, thanks for mentioning this, using it from different computers, because recently the battery in my laptop died. So, but I was so happy that I have everything on Google Drive. So, and now we don't have to worry that our documents will disappear, and especially working with Google Doc, it saves every 3 seconds. So everything I typed in will be there. And if there is a breakup in connection in Wi-Fi or any other internet connection, I will get a notification that I'm offline now, so it won't be saved.
And the idea that the most I can lose is 3 seconds, oh my goodness. That's so wonderful. And a quick mention too, as we continue, as a quick mention, as we continue with Module 1, not just Google Docs, we'll be looking at Google Sheets, Google Slides, which is similar to PowerPoint. We're going to move through that whole Google collection.
Yeah, and Google Classroom too, I think, during,
of course.
During week 2. Oh, sorry, during module 2. So yeah, and I just remembered how I lost my PhD dissertation just several days before before the procedure. So, but it was 20 years ago. So why we didn't have Google Docs at that time? And also in Google Classroom, we prepared you some exercise, how to design and share documents. So you will have access to all the exercises and activities that will help you to practice and to start using actually them. So, and the next task, so we've spoken about using Google Docs, and you will have design and share exercise. Okay, so, and now the life hack that I would like to share with you today is how to boost your income. So please count how many hours you work at your school and divide your monthly salary by the number of hours you work a month. I think I will give you maybe half a minute to do that. Don't post anything in the chat. This is just for you to provoke some thinking. Okay, so I'm not sure about the comment.
I haven't heard anything with a problem with Google.
Yeah.
April 1st. I haven't seen any kind of news about that.
Okay, so now I think you have an idea, and of course we don't want you to give up your job at school or university, but it can make you think how you can increase your the amount you charge for your private classes, because I think we have a lot of teachers here who are doing one-on-one teaching, and I will share this life hack too. So now please calculate your total monthly income from your school or university salary and your income from some tutoring or individual classes, and decide whether you would like to increase this monthly income 3 or 5 times within the next 12 months. And then I will share. Please write in the chat if you would like to increase it 3 times or 5 times. And then I will show you one game that will really help you to increase your monthly income. Please write in the chat whether you would like to increase it 3 times or 5 times. And don't think about how you are going to do that. Okay, so okay, Akmal, but how many times? 3 or 5? 3, okay. Of course, I could write here like 10 times or 20 times. Yelena, 5.
But let's be practical.
So, Любовь, 5. Okay, you are very brave and motivated. Okay, Solia, 3. Okay, so, and let me share. So I prepared a file for you, how you can, so you have calculated how much your monthly income now, and this includes everything. This includes what your salary from the university or school, your one-on-one tutoring, I don't know, some other jobs you do, and even what your husband gives you. This is all your income. So you should calculate and make add all this together. And so today is 7th of January, and you can start this game actually from today. So I took this, let me zoom a little bit. So I decided to take this 100,000. So because it is a very easy number to count. So, and then you write this, let's say 100,000 tenge a month, your monthly income. For example, actually it is better to take your last 6 months income, add it together and then divide by 6, and then you will have your average income. Don't think about too huge sums. And so I don't know your name, so Halmbra Prof. So could you introduce yourself so that I can use your name? And these are huge. For example, for Linda, it will also seem huge sums because Linda lives in US, and $100,000 a month is a lot. I don't know who has these salaries, maybe some people in Google or Facebook. But we are speaking now in tenge because most of our participants are from Kazakhstan. So what you do, you take your 6 incomes from July, August, September, October, November, December, and then you divide them, and you have the average income you have last year. And then you write the sum here. And then every month you will be increasing it by 10%. So what you do, you take 100,000 and multiply it by 1.1. So you add 10%. So then you write in February 110,000, March 121,000, April 133, and so on. But you should create this table for yourself, and you will need some data from your previous year. So, and then you can also add here planned and then real. So, and then let's say on February 1st, you will, so by the way, if you already have 100,000, then you should multiply it by 110. So in January, actually, we should have started with 110, not with this one. So let's say that our, so then I should take this. Will 90,000 be 90% of this? Yeah. So let's say that your income last year was 90,000. I'm not very good at maths. I'm only good at making money. Sorry. But but with the calculator it works. So, okay, let's say last year your salary and your income was 90,000 in year. So in January, you increase it for yourself and write 100,000. Is it clear now? I hope I didn't confuse you. So, yeah. And then every month you increase it by 10%. At first sight, as the comment from was two huge sums, and you think, oh no, it's not possible for me to reach this amount like nearly 3 times more. By the way, those who wrote that you want to increase it 5 times, you have to apply it to multiply it by 1.14, so not 1.1. And I started with 1.52. I started playing this game in July, and I can tell you, I haven't been working in July and August because I came back from my program, Fulbright Visiting Scholar program. I was on vacation without payment from the university. But once I started playing this game, I succeeded. And sometimes it was even more than I expected. So don't think that you can't make this. And this is a neuro-linguistic programming technology. And everyone, so I've spoken to my other colleagues who were playing this game. Everyone who started playing this game, they managed to increase. Sometimes month 3 and 4 can be a little bit less, but then it just has very stable increase. And how to achieve this and what to do for this, I will tell you during our next live Zoom session during week 1. Sorry for taking too long for this exercise. So
now, this is exciting because, like we said, we want to be able to move to the next level.
Yeah. And at first I thought it's not possible, but as I've mentioned before, I was on vacation without payment. I didn't get salary from the university from my regular income, but it worked. I don't know, the money came from where I've never expected them to come from.
That's
so
fabulous.
And how to do that, I will tell you during our next live Zoom sessions. Okay, so let's move on to the next task, and the next one is, so professional chat. What will we do in professional chat?
This is the WhatsApp chat that we talked about, or like you mentioned, if we need to transfer it to another platform like Telegram, we can. This is the place where so much learning really takes place because you can jump in there and contribute all that you want. In this chat, you'll be able to ask questions. You can ask questions of your fellow course colleagues or ask questions from us. And one of the great things about Yelena being in Kazakhstan and me being here is somebody's always awake. We're in such different time zones, so we can respond very quickly to that.
Yeah, and if Linda is sleeping, I'm not sleeping. There will be also an assistant who will be assisting you. And sometimes if someone is busy, your peers or your colleagues can answer. I use WhatsApp chat in my all online courses, and even kids who are 7 or 8, they help each other. And sometimes, oh, I want to answer the question, and the question has already been answered. So
That's
you
fabulous.
will be able to ask questions, discuss activities.
You can ask for advice.
Yeah, and get peer and instruction feedback. I love peer feedback. When I was in my first online course, I was so looking forward and expecting someone to reply something to me. This is so exciting. And actually it creates presence in the course.
Absolutely. And you can practice good written and spoken English. That's one of the great things about WhatsApp is you have the opportunity to use the written text or the audio text. And again, sometimes our first motivation is to use texting English, but in a professional chat, it's great to keep using the good written and spoken English so that we have good models.
Yeah, and also being with professional colleagues will motivate us to
Mhm.
write in good written English. And we will also post some rules for WhatsApp chat. So I'm sure that this communication will be very professional and beneficial for all of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you can receive support and learn new life hacks either from us or from some colleagues.
Right. And you can help your peers and share your own ideas. In a teaching community where we can share our ideas, we can all blossom so much. And maybe the idea doesn't work exactly the same in your classroom, but it gives you just that little nugget of an idea of a way to adapt it to your own teaching context.
So, Linda, we have a question. Is there
Okay.
a need on many online lessons in Kazakhstan? Then who can be anchors like you? So, um, before going to US for 10 months, I started teaching online about 3 years ago. And I find it so now I don't teach on offline. I teach on offline only at the university, and uh, in the future, I'm planning to move online completely, 100%, because now it takes time to travel, and a lot of parents and a lot of adults. So parents think about, oh, if I sign up my child for some English courses, I have to take him there. So, or either send by taxi. So people think about saving money and saving time. And now I have groups of English for kids and English for teens, and no one is traveling, and we are in different countries, even not only in different cities in Kazakhstan. So we choose when the groups are not very big, within 10 or 12 students, it's very comfortable, and we can choose the time good for everyone. And if they missed a class, we will send them a recording. So actually now there are a lot of parents who are traveling, and they know some online schools in Moscow. So parents who are traveling, their children don't go to regular school. Their children are learning in online school, and then they come to Moscow once or twice a year. They take exams, and that's all. And this gives them wonderful opportunities for traveling. And when people travel, they get more experience than when they go to school. My daughter learned so much when she was traveling with me last year and other years too. So, Linda,
Absolutely.
what do you think about online lessons? Maybe you can share some
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And here in the US, even when somebody's looking for a tutor to help their child locally or at the university, so many people are still choosing the online option, even though they might be in the same city. Because just like you mentioned, there's not the travel time. There's not the, what does the parent do while waiting? There's really no reason to be late. You can't get stuck in traffic. And again, one of the reasons we're introducing everybody to all of the amazing things in Google Drive or the Google Drive docs, slides, everything is you've got your entire classroom. You've got all of your resources right there with you all the time. And so, yeah, I think it's just the direction we're going in the world.
Yeah, so successful, I'll agree with the comment in the chat that successful online classes deliverers must go through some milestones, beginning from being recognized general teachers and providing diversified lessons. And that's what our professional development series are designed for. So we want to help you to start teaching online. We will take you through those steps that we have gone through ourselves and having some difficulties and other stuff. And also, actually, I completely so I'm trying to get rid of individual one-on-one teaching, because being in an online class with your peers creates other presence. Because when a person is having one or twice a week and or one-on-one class with a teacher, so during other days he doesn't think about English. And I think when we are teaching English, we should make sure 24 hours presence in the course. So sometimes there is WhatsApp chat and they are communicating in the chat. Then they're attending some Zoom live sessions, and sometimes they're completing some activities and getting feedback from their peers and their instructors. So this creates that presence, and so it becomes continuous learning and 24 hours learning.
That's right. And I also want to make clear too, Yelena and I are also approaching this from the idea that she has moved more into teaching online classes, more than one student at a time. And I'm still focusing on the one-on-one. And so we want to bring both of those experiences together for you. Personally, I'm learning a lot from Yelena about having the classes with more than one student at this, and right now I'm still focusing on one-on-one. So we can both bring our professional experiences to you to give it a try. If you're nervous about moving into a group classroom, maybe just starting with some one-on-one lessons online might be a great way to get started.
Yeah, and also Linda provides some specialized English language teaching. So her students need some special approach and some special themes that Linda helps them with. Making some presentations, presenting somewhere. Linda, can you speak about that?
Yeah, absolutely. With my one-on-one students right now, I try to specialize in exactly what they need. I have one-on-one student who is just trying to get ready to travel with her husband for 6 weeks every year to come to the United States. So for those 6 weeks, I have another person who regularly makes presentations in English, and so we specifically work on those presentations. I have another person who needs to work on business English because she has to send emails. She doesn't have to use much spoken English, but she has to send a lot of emails because her company is international. Another student who's trying to pass the TOEIC test. And so right now I'm kind of working on all of those. But another thing we'll do in our course is talk about how to find your niche, how to find your particular area that you're really great at, and try to attract the students from that.
So, and there is a
hey, she says we're a great duo. Thank you. I agree. We're really enjoying working together.
Yeah, thank you. And there is a comment from Anna. So they are online teaching and online courses again in popularity, and their Lingua Grad English School in Pavlodar is about to launch critical thinking class. So it's definitely not a new idea and very feasible one. Thank you so much. Okay, so and last task is English website plus activity. So in Google Classroom,
I can talk about that a little bit.
Okay, so in Google Classroom we have shared improve your own English. So there are some videos from YouTube channel and some blog of an English teacher, Jennifer. So when you sign up for professional development series, you will have access to that. So, and every week we will be sharing some really good, great quality online teachers that we are using in our teaching too.
Absolutely. That's one of the tricky areas right now. There are so many people out there with their YouTube channels and their websites and everything. And quite honestly, some are better than others. You know, they all have some kind of great opportunity to give students an opportunity to practice English. But together, we've really been looking through those to see which ones are some of the very best. Because unfortunately, we found a few that aren't so great.
Yeah, and we don't want you to waste your time on searching some videos or searching some material that you can use, because actually out of, let's say, 100, 1 or 2 is good.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then a bonus.
Yeah, each week there will be some kind of bonus, and that'll be a surprise. So we'll just leave it at that. It might be a video, it might be a PDF to download, it might be both. Who knows? But for those of you who sign up for the course, there will be that.
So how to sign up? Some of you have signed up to a professional development series, and please sign up with your name and your email, because we will be sending access by email. And by signing up, you get a freebie from us. And then you, after you sign up, you have to process payment. And when you signed up, you will receive an email about payment information. So the cost of each module is $55. And so today we decided, today is Christmas and time for presents. So I was checking yesterday how much is $55 in tenge. It's about 20,000 something. So, and we decided that if you sign up today, we will give you a little discount, so you can pay 19,000. And if you pay for 4 modules in advance, you will get module 5 with a 50% discount. And do you have any questions? This is the place we would like to bring you all finally, and us too. So do you have any questions about the tasks and maybe about the procedure or the format? So we try to make our presentation as detailed as possible. So I see some comments. Thanks. Wow, thanks a lot. Thank you. This is a monetization in action.
That's right.
Yes, it is. So we've learned a lot how to monetize our services. And I think that $55 even in Kazakhstan is not a big investment in yourself to bring you to the next level, to learn and avoid all those difficulties that we had, because we are going to give you some ready to go things that will help you to start making money from the first week of the module. And don't forget that I will share how to increase your income 3 to 5 times a year during the Zoom session this week for those who will sign up to the professional development series. Okay, so any questions? We are recording this session, so we'll send you a link to the recording. You are welcome to share this recording with your colleagues.
And you might want to mention another way that you can stay in touch with us. Do you want to mention your Instagram account? I know that you share a lot of information there.
So I will write my Instagram account, and actually we are sending emails from the email we know how to learn at gmail.com. So you can also contact me there. And you can also sign up for my Instagram account and Linda Teaches English. Can I share this?
I'm putting that in right now. Yeah, I have a brand new Instagram account. That's something that Yelena has motivated me to do. And so it's 1 week old, so I'd love to have you join on Instagram. Again, the possibilities are endless. We're still learning, but we want to share what we've already learned with you.
Yeah, and Linda has come up with some wonderful system of Instagram posts that you can use and you can share with your students. So I really advise you to sign up and use it in your teaching and maybe in your English language learning.
All right.
Okay, so do you have any questions? So if no questions, then I will send you the link to the recording. You're welcome to share it with your colleagues. I will send you information how to sign up. So I think if you join us today, we have your emails. So I will send an update.
And remember, week 1 starts right now. Yeah. So you don't want to wait a few days to get going. We want to jump right in there.
Yeah. So and we already designed Google Classroom, and we will give access for those who signed up. So crystal clear. Thanks. Have a good day and Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, everybody.